In today's video, I'm providing you a quick tutorial on how to stake the ILV token to gain from revenue share from this AAA quality blockchain game. Yes, that means for the first time, you can gain from platform revenues of a blockchain game just by simply staking their token ILV. So if you enjoy the content in today's video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also tap that thumbs up icon. It's a free and easy way to support the channel. So to get involved with this, you're going to need a few things. First and foremost, you're going to need some Illuvium tokens. The markets are down here. I would highly suggest going into here, the Illuvium ETH pool here on SushiSwap. You can then acquire the token directly into your Web3 enabled wallet. So if you don't know what a Web3 enabled wallet is, this is a wallet that will allow you to interact with dApps on the Ethereum blockchain. So if you went down the centralized exchange route, you're going to have to move those tokens off the centralized exchange and into, for example, your MetaMask wallet, your ledger connected to a MetaMask, or maybe a mobile wallet like Trust Wallet or Argent. So it's probably best just to go direct to the DEX here, swap out some Ethereum into Illuvium, and then you'll have those tokens in that Web3 wallet good to go. Now, the staking program for Illuvium is outlined as follows. So 100% of in-game revenues are distributed back to stakers in the form of the ILV token. In-game purchases are made in ETH. ETH then goes to a vault, and that vault is used to buy back the ILV tokens directly from that SushiSwap pool that we just purchased from. Plus, this is also an incentivized staking program. So a total of 3 million ILV tokens will be distributed over the first 3-year period. So this started around June of 2021 and will last for 3 years. There is a maximum supply of 10 million ILV tokens, of which 30% have been allocated to stakers, either in the form of ILV stakers or those who provide liquidity to the ILV and ETH pools. These rewards that you earn are subject to a 12-month lockup period, so do be aware of that. You're not going to be getting these staking rewards straight away and dumping them on the market. That is not how this is working. However, if you do want immediate access to your rewards, you can get them in SILV. These can be claimed instantly, but you have to use them for gameplay. So what are the type of in-game revenues that are going to be generated? Well, there's going to be a couple here. So in-game purchases is clearly going to be the biggest revenue stream, I would have thought, as this is where you're going to get people coming and buying the shards that are required to actually capture the alluvials in a similar way to you needing Pokeballs to catch Pokemon. Also, for traveling to different areas and worlds within the game, there will be a travel cost associated to that. Plus all the additions you want to make, maybe new skins, weapons, armors, those kind of things for your characters. Additional to this, they will also have their Illuvidex down here as well, where you can exchange items for others and also put up wagers for in-game battles. Now, for all the sales on the Illuvidex, currently the initial rate will be 5% of total transaction value being accrued to that vault for the revenue sharing component. So in this play to earn blockchain gaming era, we have, of course, Axie Infinity, which has really put the flag in the ground and staked its claim on this industry. Now, this just goes to show the scope of what's possible for a blockchain game. It's the first of its kind of like that Angry Birds moment for mobile gaming. We now have blockchain gaming coming to the fore. Now, over the last 30 days, Axie Infinity's protocol revenues have been $330 million. That is absolutely eye-watering, and this is still going through exponential growth in terms of its user base and thus the revenue. This has been going up each and every month. So this kind of sets the blueprint and the marker for where Illuvium can try and reach and even surpass as time goes on. But I'm using this to try and work out what kind of revenues could be generated to the stakers of the ILV token. So if we're optimistic, maybe we'll say within the first 12 months of the Illuvium game going live, they can actually get this kind of protocol revenue in a month, $330 million. Now we know the Illuvidex fees are 5% that goes to the vault for the buybacks. So we'll just factor that in at a basic 5% of this total revenue. That would be $16.5 million. So this is the potential scope. $16.5 million worth of Illuvium being bought from the open market and distributed to the stakers of the protocol. Illuvium has a very finite supply of 10 million tokens. Many of these will be locked for a long time: strategic investors, team members tokens, the treasury pot, and various rewards that have been earmarked for tournaments and that kind of thing. So only a certain percentage of the total tokens would actually ever be staked. Now you can imagine how the value of Illuvium could potentially grow if this is the kind of income it can generate. The buybacks would be immense, and this would just have huge value for those staking. So this is the reason why I'm staking my tokens, as the potential upside to this is enormous. Now this is their staking portal, staking.illuvium.io. And from here you can see the core pools. If we just click on that and we'll connect our wallet. Now on this core pool, you can see two areas that you can stake in. This is just the single-sided Illuvium. So you just put your Illuvium down and gain a maximum APY of 85% currently. And you can see there's a big TVL of $258 million worth of Illuvium already staked there. Or you can go down the route of the Sushi LP token, where you become a liquidity provider on the Sushi pool for ETH and Illuvium, and you put your tokens in here. As you can see, $135 million worth of LP tokens are already staked, and these guys get an APY of 655%. The reason this is a lot higher than this one is because in this pool, you can suffer what is known as impermanent loss. If you do not know what impermanent loss is, it's when the price of two assets in a liquidity pool diverge, and you will be left once you exit that pool with more of one token than the other. I've done a full video on impermanent loss on my channel. Just go and give it a search over there if you want to know more. If we just go back to the overview here, you can also see there were some flash pools. So these flash pools are like promotional pools for other projects in the space, where you can stake those tokens and then gain some Illuvium rewards. Think of it as cross-marketing. Currently, these ones have already taken place and are now complete: Synthetics, XYZ, and Axie Infinity. Just down here, we have the QuantStamp audit of the staking contracts. You can also check out the white paper and maybe the full staking guide if you want more information after watching this video. So the process is as follows. You're going to stake your tokens here in the core pool, if you're doing like I'm doing today. Then as the rewards start to filter in, you need to claim those staking rewards. As you can see, these are subject to that 12-month vesting period, but whilst they are vesting, they will compound. So this means you will earn rewards on your rewards. You will need to come to this page to claim the rewards to start the vesting period. If you have not claimed the rewards, the 12-month time lock has not yet begun. So you will need to do this, but you're going to have to factor in the ETH gas cost for claiming those rewards. So you might want to do it periodically, maybe once a month. That will totally depend on the amount of rewards you're accruing, which will be dependent on how much Illuvium you're staking. And then over here, you have the vesting tab, and this is where you can see your vesting tokens. Now this should give you a countdown of how long is left on those vested tokens. And within their Medium article, they explain that because you're vesting for 12 months, the tokens that are vesting do so with a token weighting of 2, which are going to help with those compound gains. So one of the options within this staking protocol is to lock these in for up to a 12-month period. So you get a bit of flexibility. Do you want to stake them flexibly and not gain from any multiplier rewards, or do you want to lock that staking period up for 12 months and gain a weight of 2 on your staked tokens? So let's go ahead and do it. We're going to click Core Pools. You can then click the Details tab here and then see the total value locked, the weight of this pool. Roughly 20% of all rewards going to this pool and 80% of rewards to the ETH ILV LP providers. You can see my pending rewards are currently 0 and my liquidity is 0 as I'm about to stake right now. So we're going to click on Stake. And the first step is to actually approve your wallet. So this is going to allow you to actually spend or stake those tokens. So you need to click approve and then approve it in your Web3 wallet. The cost for me right now is saying $5.90 in ETH. So I've confirmed that, so we'll just wait for this transaction to go through. So from here, now we can decide whether we want to keep these flexibly staked, so I could unstake at any moment in time, or do I want to lock them for a greater duration? So I want to lock these in for the maximum time period to get the most out of these rewards from the tokens I've got. So I'm going to click lock and then extend the slider all the way to the max, get my multiplier up to 2, and I'm going to be locked into this staking contract for 52 weeks from today, so I won't be able to touch these Illuvium tokens. If you just check the APY down here, that gets you up to a maximum of around 85%. If I slide it down, it goes down. If you don't want to lock your tokens up at all, you want to do this flexibly, you're going to get 43% APY. So let's max it out up here and max out all of our tokens we've got in this wallet, 10 in total, and then press the stake button. So I've just approved that in my wallet. The gas cost in ETH, 54 bucks. Now, the reason I'm staking these for that 12-month duration is this game doesn't even come out till the end of the year in December. So of course, the maximum amount of rewards from the protocol buying back the ILV tokens, that's not really going to start in earnest until this game has rolled out for some time, we get mass adoption from players, and the network gets busy. Secondly, by locking these in for a greater duration, my tokens are actually getting a weight of 2, so effectively doubling my stake to that of 20 Illuvium tokens. And so this means I can maximize the most bang for my buck. And then lastly, I'm happy to lock these in for a long duration because I think that you need a long-term outlook for a game like this. Axie Infinity has got exponential growth, but over the first few months, it wasn't generating much revenue at all. It had a bit of a slow start, but then it started building like wildfire. And so by forcing myself to have a long-term approach, I'm going to see maximum benefit from this blockchain gaming revolution that's happening. I don't want to pull out too early. I want to make sure I've got my stake claimed in this network. Now it says your deposit was successful. Just up here, I can check these out. So now over on the dashboard, you can see my stake is now live. On the rewards tab, you can see I've got a very small amount of rewards in there. I could potentially claim them. Clearly not going to do that yet. Don't want to incur that ETH gas cost. And then if I was to claim those right now, I could then go to vesting and make sure they start that vesting process for 12 months. And that is what the vesting tab looks like just by here. So there we have it, a quick guide on how to stake the Illuvium token to benefit from a revenue share from this AAA quality game that is dropping at the end of this year. If Axie Infinity has taught us anything, it is that whatever figures we think are possible are likely to be blown out the water. This is a revolution that's going on and you want to get in with a slice of the action. So of course, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. Any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.